the car.
It's alright for now. It's up to cut these people. Opa! There you go. We do a car match. Oh.
Neutralized.
There we go.
So you see, that's a good enough deal for me right now. Like believing that that's what what happened, what I believe now that happened. That's good enough. If I don't know if we meet up and we talk it through, then it may turn out that it was I don't know something else.
Right?
And I'm not sure if I wanna know if it's something else. So I suppose once you find a reality that you're comfortable with, then you live in it and don't try to find other ones. Right?
I mean,
That's why you start to practice religion, it creates a good enough reality for you, and you go and others go like,
but
hey, this is not true, this is bullshit and whatever.
but
And you go
if you
like,
know it's not
it
true,
works for me, that's good for me,
but if you know
that's
it's
good.
not true,
What do you mean?
uh, there's the thing you don't know. That's how things are. That's why you don't want to talk about it.
I believe in it. I don't need to know if it's true or not. That's in the end you need to believe in something. You never know if it's true or not. Just like religions. You don't know if it's true, you don't know if it's not true. Some people believe in it, some people don't. When you tell someone a few things, scientific stuff about religion, and they go like, you say it's bullshit because science explains why is it bullshit. They go like, I don't think so. I don't believe in that, I believe in this.
Does it? Explain. That's why people
Yeah.
argue about both sides, because no one really can do anything much with the other side, can they?
In a scientific world, religions don't make much sense.
Why?
I'm not gonna explain it, but they don't. To a scientific person, religions don't make much sense. Or makes no sense. For the reason. Yeah.
They have a function.
I'm not saying that they don't. Do you get my words? I'm saying, I'm just telling you that they work, they create, they give you a reality that's comfortable. But that's what we need in the end. Something to live with or live by. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to know why the gang is off. I have an idea and it's a bit half-ass, but the risk to find out what actually is that it could be much worse than what I believe. So I'm comfortable with the things I believe for now. Especially that I don't need Johnny. Probably if I needed Johnny, then I would go and find out and see if I can fix it. But I suppose right now I just don't need him. So maybe if in the future, if I'm gonna need him, I'm gonna try to reconnect and try to find out, what happened.
Okay.
That's how people work. we use each other when we need each other, and then we disappear when we have to.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm?
well,
What?
you know, you can do it in different levels to it. Like, you have a different levels to this. Like, people disappear from your life, but there are different ways of departing. And like
Sorry?
this, there are different ways of departing. So we lose people from our
Uh-huh.
lives, yes, but still, we could make the departing more clear,
What do you mean?
like subtle things, how things are.
And yeah, why?
Oh.
And I'm not saying that what I'm doing now is the right way. Don't misunderstand me. I'm saying that it's the right way for me. That's something that works. I'm not saying that I figured out how to do stuff.
I don't know.
I'm telling you how things work for me.
It just sounds a bit cowardish.
No, really, it's
You don't
quite
want to
smart.
face. You don't
Rather.
want to face what's going on.
Yeah, because I told you there are some things that you don't need to face. You don't need to face everything. You don't need to find out everything. There are some things that you just need to leave behind. Like your parents abandoned you, left to be an orphan, and you really need to find them. Like in the Shazam, the kid wanted to find his mother, why she abandoned him, and he was crazy about it, and finally found it, and there was this, feeling that I could belong somewhere, that my mother loved me, but for some reason she lost me, and it turned out that she just abandoned him, and he was left with a bitter answer, like, yeah, your mother just didn't want you.
Yeah, but he found out the truth. Instead of
Yeah, and the truth is sometimes not worth having. That's just curiosity. It's
still
not like a
worth
greater.
having. Sometimes
No,
it's not
not
the
necessarily.
easiest
Not
to.
necessarily.
Some truths are not the easiest to live with or take even. But I mean take even or to live with.
What?
Yeah, some
No,
truths
it's just
are really
curiosity.
hard
You
to.
are curious, so you want to satisfy it. It's not that you need to know these things. You just want to.
No,
Want and need is not the
not
same.
need to. It's like, is it better to
Want to.
know to figure the truth?
Not necessarily.
Why? Because it's hard to
Because it's
face
not. Well, why would
or
you?
hard to
How could
live
you
with.
generally say that it's better to figure the truth? Sometimes it's not. Because sometimes the truth is just so ugly you don't want to. Sometimes lies work better than truth. Well, actually, most of the times. And so it's curiosity. You just want to know these things. It's not a need. You're just curious about these things and you want to satisfy your curiosity.
Curiosity is a need.
Other side of this river. You don't need to know. You just want to. You don't depend on it. It's a want. It's not a need.
What is
It's
curiosity? It's a good thing. Bad thing.
I wouldn't put any tag on it, like good or bad. It can be anything. It can be good. It
Yes.
can be bad.
Yes. So let's see.
So sometimes finding out stuff is not good. Like, sometimes the truth is unprocessable. So then rather you not see it, because if you can't process it, it just brings you suffering. There are some things that we are not supposed to know because they are just make you feel bad. You cannot process them.
You can process. Why? You can process easily most things that we don't want to face.
No, I don't think there are. I think there are some things that are unprocessable, and there are some things. If you really don't like that answer, there are some things that are so hard to process. It would cost you way more than the enjoyment that finding out or satisfying your curiosity would bring you. Like, I don't know, there are some things that if you find out, then to process it, it would require you to lose half your sanity. Like finding out something that you actually didn't need to know, Would it worth to lose your half your sanity for it?
Why would it worth half your sanity?
No, it's not why. It's not a why would it. That's a that's
Why?
given. That's given. That's given. That's not a
What's given?
question. That's
What's given?
given. That to process something, you will need to lose your half your sanity because
Why?
you would need your worldview would collapse. The way you understand the world or your trust and many things that you rely on would completely be taken away, and that would cost your sanity, half your sanity. So that's the example.
But not if you process it, you know.
No, it's that happens when you process it.
Lose your sanity.
So difficult to process, then it would eat up so much from you. That's the example. That's not questionable. That's the example. Yeah, change.
Yeah, it would change
Take away
you.
parts. But that's the example
Yeah.
that there's something so hard to process that would require you to sacrifice half your sanity. Is it worth it just to satisfy your curiosity?
Like, what can be that hard to process?
No, you don't understand. You're trying to argue the base of why I start. It's not.
So-
It's not to argue. That's an example. That's
Good,
a
so-
fact. It's solid, not to argue. The
Alright.
question is that if something requires half your sanity, is it worth to sacrifice half your sanity for your curiosity?
No. But, yeah.
So you don't believe that there are